Hello, people. It's Gabby from Half of Gabby. Before I say anything, let me say this. If you have a problem with adult language, just keep scrolling and find someone else to listen to today. Okay. So I've had this thought bouncing around in my brain for a few days. And usually when that happens, I write an article and it's a 2-day process and whatever. But I thought, you know what? Today, I'm just going to pop on here and I'm going to get this all out and I'm going to move on with my life. So what I've been thinking about lately is the waiting game. The waiting game that we play in starting a weight loss journey. We have this notion in our noggins that everything has to be perfect, that we have to wait until things calm down. You know, we have to wait until, let's say, maybe work slows down. It's really busy. It's really stressful. Or, yeah, I'm going to wait until Aunt Sally's feeling a little better because I've been taking care of her. I'm going to wait until the kids are out of school because they got so much going on. We have this notion that there's going to be a time coming up real soon that we're going to have all this time open up and we're going to be able to really focus on ourselves. Here's the problem with that. Life is full of bullshit. It's sucker punch after sucker punch. It's not just your life. It's everybody's life. That is what happens. There's always a new stressor that's going to pop up. There's always a new problem that's going to pop up. Always. Minor ones, major ones, they're all there all the time. So really, if you are waiting for a time in your life where everything is perfect and you have all this extra free time on your hands, you're going to be in a box. Like that's when that's going to happen. So this waiting game, really what it ends up being is a form of sabotage that we do. Because deep down, we all know, come on, you all know that there's never going to be this perfect time for it. So it's just, we're sabotaging ourselves by doing this. And we're saying we're going to wait until Monday to start our diet. Or I'm going to wait until after the holiday. Or I'm going to wait until after I get home from vacation. What happens with that is the Mondays keep rolling by and the years keep rolling by. Like you get 3, 5, 10 years down the road, you're still waiting. You're still waiting for this time that's going to be perfect. You will not find a perfect time. There is no such thing. And also I think what adds to that waiting period that we're in like forever is that we have this fear that it's going to be so hard, you know, and I'm not going to tell you that losing weight is easy. It's not. I lost 120 pounds. It was hard as hell, but it's doable and it gets easier as you go because you gain this momentum, this healthy momentum. But what happens is when we haven't started yet, we have this fear that things are going to be so hard. Well, let's be honest. We all, I don't care what your background is, we all know what eating healthy looks like. And we all know that you have to move and sweat. So if it was that easy, if losing weight was that easy as eating healthy and moving, we would all be walking around shredded, looking like fitness models. It's really not about that. It's really about what's in our head. And we get used to falling into this instant gratification thing where, you know, the food comforts us, we hide behind it, and we get in this rut where we're like lazy and we just can't get out. We can't seem to get out of it. The real problem, the real obstacle in losing weight is battling what's in here, you know. But when we wait, we are making things so much worse. It's like, okay, when I was a kid, I never wanted to miss school. If I missed school, I would get so nervous, like, oh, I'm not going to know what's going on. And so I wouldn't want to miss school. But, you know, life happens. Those sucker punches show up and I would get the flu or I'd get really sick. And so I'd have to be home for a few days. Well, something starts to happen. After a few days, you start to love it. You love being home. You don't ever want to go back to school. Fuck school. Like, yeah, Price is Right's on. Like, you get so into that mode. Like, mom's bringing you food, you're laying in your bed, you don't have to listen to teachers. It's like, oh my God, this is the life. And so you don't want to ever go back. Now, just a few days ago, you were scared to death to leave school. You didn't want to miss anything. But that's what happens. We get into ruts. And then we get so used to being in that stagnant state that the further we're away from where we're supposed to be, the harder it gets to get back to that. So, and that's like anything. It's not just being a kid in school. It's anything. It's, I'm sure most of you listening to me right now have lost weight in the past and gained some back. Like, it's the same thing where you were such in that mode. You're like losing weight, you were healthy, you felt great, everything was wonderful. And then all of a sudden, like, bam, like something happened. I don't know what it was. Maybe you got the flu, maybe you got an injury, whatever. Or maybe something just took you out of your head and you got stuck and you couldn't get back to it. And that's what happens. We get stuck. So I think one of the biggest things that I just wanted to convey today is that to make you realize that this waiting game that we play, it is part of the unhealthy lifestyle. It's when you say, I'm going to start my diet on Monday, that's just as unhealthy and just as bad as getting in your car, going through the drive-thru and eating 2 Whoppers before you come home, make supper, and eat that too. Like, you are perpetuating this unhealthy environment. And you're saying it's okay to stay in this unhealthy place. When you wait until Monday's not going to happen. And you know it's not, because you just passed up like 42 Mondays. So the only moment that matters is right now. It's right now. You don't have to know everything there is to know about losing weight. You just got to start. Instead of thinking of all these things that you have to do that are healthy, just stop doing the things that you know are unhealthy. You will gain momentum in your journey. The practice makes perfect. You will get back to this place where you feel comfortable being in a healthy space. Right now, you're stuck and you're feeling lazy and you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed out about it. But you can't let the things in your life that are happening dictate your health and happiness. You can't put off your own journey because work is really stressful or because, all of these other things that are legit problems. I'm not saying that they're not. Like, we all have shit in our lives that sucks ass. And it's hard to deal with it and it overwhelms us and it's normal. But how you respond to the stress in your life is more important than the stress itself. You can't just keep blaming all of these things that are happening. Oh, this keeps happening. I can't focus and I can't lose weight and because this keeps happening and I injured my leg. I don't care if you injured your leg. Pick up some weights and do your biceps and eat healthy until your leg feels better. Like we, not just you, I do too, and I still do it. We find excuses, and that's all they are. They're just ways for us to try to make ourselves sound better, to make ourselves feel better. When you wait, you are just perpetuating the unhealthy mindset and lifestyle that you're already living. Waiting is getting you fatter. Waiting is getting you sicker. And waiting is going to cause you to have a harder time down the road than it would be to just start now. So that's my spiel. That's what's been in my brain. And I throw it up all over you and take it for what it is. Stop waiting. Start doing. You don't need to know all the answers. And what happened in my journey isn't going to happen in your journey. It's not going to, whatever happened in, Susie or, Jennifer's journeys, everybody's journey is different. So there's no reason to be scared of it. You just got to dive in and see what's waiting for you. Because if you don't dive in and you keep waiting, you're just going to keep feeling more overwhelmed. And you're going to get to the point where you may not be able to start because you get yourself into such a state. So just stop the waiting game and start. And also, I also want you to realize that you've just listened for 9 minutes or something to somebody who's been sitting in her jammy pants. So to just show you who you've been listening to, like, look at this site. Aha! So, but this is just a real moment that I had to have with you, and I had to get this off my chest. And so there it is. Stop waiting and live your life. That's my 2 cents for today. Have a great one.